recently restored artifact in the Yakima Valley Museum provides a new look at an old story, a tale of rough roads, relay stations, and whiskey. On November 3, 1882, Abigail Scott Duniway, the editor of the New Northwest, climbed aboard a stagecoach in the Dalles to spread the word about women's suffrage. Duniway traveled in a stage
loaded to the mudline with passengers, mail, and baggage,
to lecture in Yakima City, now called Union Gap, then to Ellensburg, then returned to Yakima City to lecture again. She wrote of Yakima City,
"Never have we met a more kindler or more hospitable people than here. Yakima City now boasts a courthouse, a schoolhouse, a finished church, 2 good hotels, 2 millinery stores, 2 hardware stores, and a jeweler's store."
The stage line between the Dalles and Ellensburg began in 1877, following a wagon road built in 1875 by Hugh Wiley and settlers in the Yakima Valley, who got together and donated labor and time. The original stage line was operated by Ike Darland and Billy Gilmore and financed by Thomas Johnson. The round trip from the Dalles took 6 days, with overnight stops in Goldendale, Yakima City, and Ellensburg. Each coach was drawn by 4 horses that were changed every 15 miles at relay stations such as Happy Home, Goldendale, Summit, Tennawash Indian Camp, Yakima City, Natchez River at the J.B. Nelson Farm, Met Longmire Ranch, Burge, Jeff Hargis Log House, Damon School, and Ellensburg. The same driver was used for the entire trip of 308 miles. Ed Phillips, one of the drivers, said they paid him $90 a month with board and whiskey thrown in.
Plenty of good drinking whiskey.
Dust was a constant problem when it wasn't muddy and stormy. Even the roll-down leather window shades failed to keep out the elements, but they kept in odors and stagnant air. The MP Henderson and Son stagecoach, called a mud wagon, got its name from the muddy roads where it was used, and was especially suited to the terrain from the Dalles to Ellensburg. Stagecoaches remained the primary mode of transportation between Goldendale and Ellensburg until 1884. In that year, the coming of the railroad provided a faster and more comfortable mode of travel, and the Goldendale to Ellensburg line was discontinued. Stage service continued between the Dalles and Goldendale until 1903. Now a lot less muddy, with a new coat of paint, the mud wagon tells its story at the Yakima Valley Museum.